BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So Microsoft has started to roll out the latest optional bug fix C-release update for Windows 11 version 22H2. And this latest optional update, which was made available on the 29th of November, which was yesterday in my region, is KB5020044. And this is more or less the same update I did post on when it was still undergoing its final testing in the release preview channel in the Windows 11 Insider program, and has now finally made its way to the stable version. Now, something to take note of, this will be the last optional bug fix C-release update rolling out for Windows 11 22H2 for this year, and also the Windows operating system in general. Microsoft has announced that there will be no optional updates rolling out near the end of December next month because of the holiday season. Now, as I always do mention, and just to do a quick recap, optional updates will appear in this section on your Windows Update page, and you don't have to install optional updates. Because if you don't install the update now, most of the fixes and improvements will be carried over into the Patch Tuesday update rolling out on the second Tuesday of next month, December. And I always suggest only install optional updates if you are experiencing any issues with the operating system, else just ignore the update and leave it alone. Now, the update, as I have mentioned previously, has rolled out with 4 new improvements. And then first we're going to look at the new improvements, and then we'll take a look at some key highlights. And if you are still interested, we will then just dive a little bit more deeper into some of the other bug fixes, as at its heart, this is a bug fix update. Now, the first new improvements, the first 2 actually out of 4, are to do with OneDrive. And if we head to the system page in the settings app, OneDrive now will start showing you storage alerts in the system page and on the system page when you are close to your storage limit. And you can also manage your storage and purchase additional storage now from the system page in the settings app now after applying this update. And then the second improvement rolling out for OneDrive is to do with OneDrive on the accounts page, where it now provides the full amount of the storage capacity of all your OneDrive subscriptions. If you are subscribed to OneDrive, and displays the total storage on the accounts page now after this update has been applied. And then another update I have mentioned previously, and one I'm actually quite glad to see has started to roll out with this update, is they've now combined the Windows Spotlight for desktop with themes on the personalization page. And if we head to themes, you can see that there's now the Spotlight that's been added as part of the themes now, where you can actually access the Spotlight directly from the themes, which just makes it quicker to turn on Windows Spotlight for desktop now straight from the themes in the personalization menu in the settings app. Now, just to mention the 4th improvement, organizations now can gain access to a new mobile device management policy. And according to Microsoft, it allows organizations to enroll tenant devices so that they receive custom messages from the organization. And I'm not sure exactly what that means, but nonetheless, that is listed as a new improvement for this latest update 5020044. Now, just to go through some of the key highlights, because this is a bug fix update, they've addressed an issue that affects some modern applications. It's apparently that issue was stopping these modern applications from opening. They've addressed a known issue that affects the input method editor IME. This was occurring when some users used keyboard shortcuts to change the input mode of the IME. And then, as I have mentioned previously in that previous video when it was still in preview, this update was still in preview, they've addressed an issue that caused File Explorer to stop working. This was occurring when some users closed context menus and menu items. And then there was also an issue that was causing certain apps to stop responding. This was occurring when some users were using the open file dialog that's been addressed. And then this update also addresses the suspension of daylight saving time in the Republic of Fiji for this year. Now, those are the key highlights. And if you still want to stick around for just a quick mention of some of the other bug fixes, because this is a bug fix update, as I have mentioned, and just to mention some of the other bug fixes which I'm sure you may find of interest. Now, it addresses an issue that affects some devices that are managed by an enterprise. There's also an issue that was affecting some customers from getting offline language packs. They've addressed an issue where the microphone had stopped working after some users restarted their devices. That's been addressed. They've addressed an issue that was affecting Microsoft Defender, when it was not the primary antivirus. Apparently Microsoft Defender was failing to turn off passive mode. This update adds .wcx to the list of dangerous extensions that some app control policies do not allow. So that's a bit of an add-on there for the dangerous extensions list. It also addresses an issue that was affecting printing in landscape mode in Microsoft Edge. And they've also addressed an issue that sometimes affected the File Explorer once again when you open a file. And because of this, there was high CPU usage. And then the second last fix, just to mention for this video, they addressed an issue that affects the Windows Firewall service. Apparently it was not starting, and this final fix is actually a very important fix. That's why I've left it for last. They have finally addressed the Windows 11 22H2 gaming issues that were being reported by numerous users, where there were different gaming issues like stuttering and performance issues. So the official release notes say they've addressed an issue that affects some games and applications. This issue is related to GPU, graphics processor unit, performance debugging features. This lowers the expected game performance. So if you have experienced any gaming issues after upgrading to Windows 11 version 22H2, then this latest update, KB5020044, according to Microsoft, will address those gaming issues. So that's a very important bug fix update. And then according to some user reports, just on a side note, the right-click taskbar task manager option in the context menu apparently is rolling out for more users. So if you haven't seen that task manager right-click context menu taskbar option, this update may be adding that, just on a side note if you were unaware. And then if we just head over to search and just do a search for WinVer about Windows, after you have applied this latest update for Windows 11 version 22H2, the OS build will now be upgraded to 2261.900. That's the latest build now for the latest stable version of Windows 11 version 22H2. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.